Let's talk about caregiving. Yeah, it's not easy. Who wants to talk about it? Not that many people. How caregivers feel? Probably left alone. Like totally alone. Well, guess what? There's over 10 million millennials who are already caregivers. 10 million and counting. Today I found a Twitter thread provided by PBS NewsHour, I think that's the correct name. They were talking about millennials and caregiving. Millennials and Generation X. So let's talk about what caregiving is, how you can get help as a caregiver, because I think that's the most important part. We already established over 10 million millennials are caregivers. That sucks. Oops, I said that out loud, right? That sucks because that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. It's very important and it's very hard. And you might feel like you don't have much help from outside world. You are alone as a caregiver. That's in many cases this is how people feel. So what is caregiving? Let's start with this. Well, think about the paid caregiving service. Then you're providing that service for money, which, okay, that's a job, great. And there is a caregiving that you are doing for free. And here, let's talk about difficulties. So what is that caregiving? Think about basic household tasks. Let's start with those. So cleaning, shopping, picking up prescriptions, driving to and from doctor's appointments, doing dishes, simple stuff, right? Emotional support. It's getting more complicated. If you are a caregiver, maybe you have your own family, maybe you have your own kids. Then you are kind of a sandwich generation a little bit. You are helping your parents, grandparents, or relatives. You are caregiving, you are a caregiver. And at the same time, you might be a parent to a small child. Yeah, it's getting more and more complicated, isn't it? Where to find help? Well, we'll get back to it in a second. So on the top of all of that, trying to take care of your own family, maybe you are also a caregiver. Now, where to find help? Because you might feel left alone without any additional help. Let's start with basic things as your relatives. Look at your family altogether, close relatives and maybe not as close. Think how altogether you can do that huge task as a caregiver. How tackle that task. So family members, who can do what? Because you know what, maybe there is a chance that some family members can take care of several tasks. You can take care of other tasks, and altogether it might be a little bit easier. Let's say you don't have that option. Search on social media. We are there anyway, right? Check Instagram, check Facebook, check wherever, Twitter. Look for caregiving, look for different hashtags, look for Facebook groups. You might find that support there with different resources. Okay, social media is not for you. Just Google it. I'm going to add some links to different resources you might find helpful. If not, online, go to your local city hall. Ask for maybe they have some information you can find. Nonprofit organizations, local agencies. If that's not enough, call your AARP agency and ask for help. Ask what can be done. Ask for different resources. So first, talk to your family members. How altogether you can provide that caregiving to your relatives. Check online, check social media, sign up for different support groups, search for resources. Because being a caregiver, it's not only, as I mentioned earlier, providing the household tasks, take care of those household tasks, but also on the top of this is tackling the healthcare system, trying to understand the healthcare system so you can help your relatives that you are taking care of, taking care of finances. Another thing that it's so not easy to do. All of that is caregiving, and you should not be alone. Try to find help. Try to check those resources. As I said, social media, join Facebook group, check on Twitter, check online, ask Aarp, local agency, and see what resources you can find, what support groups you can find, so you are not alone. It's a lot of work. Emotionally, physically, it's going to drain you. And you might be a caregiver for the next, I don't know, several years. So let's plan it, let's stick together and try to do as best as we can. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to, please leave like, subscribe to our channel, and see you soon.